This is a story that begins in the frozen peaks of the Himalayas. Music swells. Camera pans across mountaintops. We hear the voice of a narrator. Wing-to-wing combat. Rafale versus J-20. Let's go. In one of the world's most volatile borders, two of the most advanced fighter jets take to the skies. France's Rafale, flown by the Indian Air Force, and China's stealth pride, the J-20 Mighty Dragon. The J-20, with its afterburners blazing, pulls off a daring 360-degree spiral, hoping to disorient the Rafale. But the Indian pilot remains calm. He's been trained for this. What would you like to see next? The skies await. The J-20 follows up with a series of heart-stopping dives and flips, testing the Rafale's limits. But through it all, the Rafale holds its ground. The music reaches a crescendo as both pilots push their aircraft and themselves to the extreme. The G-forces are immense, threatening to tear the pilots from their seats. But they hold on tight. Suddenly, the Rafale, with a well-timed maneuver, it's behind the J-20. The Indian pilot, seizing the moment, lands a rear lock and fires. A lock and a release. A split second later, we see the missile's fiery trail as it heads towards its target. The J-20 pilot, anticipating a missile launch, brakes hard right at the last moment, just as the missile flies past. For a moment, it seems as though the J-20 might escape, but the Place 15's range is just slightly longer than the Meteor, and so the J-20 isn't out of the woods yet. Will the J-20 pilot manage to evade the missile's grasp, or will the Rafale claim victory? The tension is palpable as we watch the missile's fiery trail light up the sky. And when it hits, the impact sends debris and smoke billowing into the air. The J-20 is hit, but it's still airborne. Somehow the pilot manages to limp his jet back to base. Our story begins on a misty morning as both jets take to the skies as the Rafale banks away. We see the extent of the damage inflicted on the J-20. The dogfight is over, but the strategic implications are far-reaching. The world now knows that India's Rafales can operate effectively against the mighty J-20s. As the Rafale returns to base, experts around the world begin to debate the real capabilities of the two jets. Was the J-20 stealth compromised? Did it really use a Place 15? Or was the engagement more one-sided than many anticipated? The dogfight is over, but the questions linger. Their mission, a routine patrol along the line of actual control. Suddenly, the Rafale's radar operator, radar contact, 3 o'clock, 40 miles, 1 fighter. The Rafale pilot acknowledges, banking his aircraft to get a visual on the approaching jet. He knows that plane. It's the J-20 Mighty Dragon, infamous for its low observability and long-range prowess. But today the tables are turned. The Rafale has the element of surprise. As the J-20 banks to get a visual on the Rafale, the Indian pilot takes advantage of his position, locking onto the Chinese jet with the Spectra ECM. The J-20 pilot, caught off guard, desperately throws his aircraft into a sharp turn, narrowly missing the missile's deadly embrace. He knows he's in a precarious position. With the Rafale so close, he has little time to react. And as the dust settles, he realizes he's locked in a deadly game of cat and mouse. A map shows the relative closeness of Indian and Chinese air bases. We then get a dramatic visual breakdown of rising tensions between India and China along their disputed border, including recent standoffs. Then suddenly, two jets roll out from their respective hangars. It's time for action. This is our exclusive. Chapter 1, Tech Breakdown. On one side of the screen, we see the Dassault Rafale, India's workhorse. A 4.5 Gen fighter with an emphasis on maneuverability and fire control. Its long-range BVR arsenal includes the Mica and Meteor missiles. On the other side, the Chengdu J-20, China's stealth-focused 5th-generation jet. The J-20 boasts long-range Place 15 missiles, super cruise, and an advanced radar. But dogfights aren't won on paper. So let's find out what happens when these two heavyweights clash above the Himalayas. Chapter 2, First Contact. Chapter 3, The Dogfight. Now within visual range, the two jets dance a deadly ballet across the skies. Chapter 4, The Aftermath. The J-20 pilot, though shaken, managed to eject safely, parachuting down towards the snowy expanse below. We hope you enjoyed this episode of our channel. If you want us to do more of these fighter jet battles, let us know in the comments.